I think, which is they really do pay attention to the old games and try to make kind of newer iterations of those that don't really do much else. Mm-hmm. Sonic Rose will kill me for saying that. Let's see.
Chrono Cross wasn't a reboot; it was a sequel. Right?
Yep, that was a sequel.
And a loose one at that.
Exactly. Good. All right. How about? Wow. Here we go. Look at this. Yoshi the Retro Gamer.
Yes.
Okay. What?
Says going out on a limb to say Street Fighter versus Mega Man coming out on Monday, which would have been last Monday. Obviously, I haven't played that. I don't really even know much about it, to be honest. How do you really reboot a game like that, right? I mean, I guess they did reboot Street Fighter after all those years and things like that were really just kind of... They're just kind of a new Street Fighter game. Why not just call it like what they did with Mortal Kombat? It's called Mortal Kombat, right? I don't know. It's interesting to me. But I think I could see that playing out in the long run that way. I'm just not sure I really... No, this Monday. Okay, as in tomorrow. The game comes out tomorrow.
Oh.
So I haven't seen. I don't have anything. I don't have anything on it, but I think it's a good suggestion. Okay, what's my selection for the best of the reboots? I'm going to go with James Bond, and the reason why, if that wasn't completely obvious by the analysis I gave before, so rather than retread it, I'll tell you why. The reason why I think it's the best is because of the tremendous pressure that goes into making a James Bond movie. If you make a Star Trek movie that's bad, you face the wrath of Star Trek fans, which is, let's face it, a niche, but a strong and vocal niche. But at the same time, they're always willing to kind of throw one out and go for the next one. If you make a bad James Bond movie, you wreck 50 years of film. And I think a lot of people are going to be very angry about that have been James Bond fans for a very, very long time. Plus, I think you have something that's on the verge of kind of dropping out of the national spotlight. People probably aren't thinking about it much anymore. And is this just kind of a relic of times past? Star Trek, something like that. There's always going to be dreamers. There's always going to be people that think about, kind of about what the world could be. I'm not sure. You're dead, aren't you?
I am.
Let's go. We need to move on to a new game anyway.
Yep, and I think that James Bond, if you make a bad one, it could kill the entire series because it's set in current day, and no one wants to make another James Bond movie that sucks about today. So, out of all that, I'm going to say the best of the reboots is the new James Bond films. All right, that brings up a question that I'm going to ask you for next week. Now, we've been out here live on the internet for what? 50 hours now? 50 more hours?
A little more than that.
So more than 50 hours at this point. All of this, everything you see around you, wouldn't be possible unless the internet was there and unless there were all those people like you out there that were willing to spend your time and even money to watch it, be a part of it, and make it a part of your life. Well, I think there are a lot of great things you can say about that, obviously. I mean, not to toot our own horn here, but I think what we're doing is pretty good. But there's a lot of really bad things out there, too. And I started to think about this. And I actually got this idea. This idea was inspired by Sonic Rose, who gave me this concept, who was, I don't know how many of you guys are, just texting or any of those kinds of things. And you start to see maybe the quality of the way that you spell things or the way that you type or the things that you actually know in your mind go down, like who memorized his phone number, I don't know any phone numbers anymore, right?
Right.
I barely know mine, so it's one of those things. I think there's a strong possibility that the internet could be doing a lot of things to us that maybe were unintended consequences. I think that's putting it mildly. So here's the question for next week. I want you to think about this one. Is the internet making us all stupid?
What?
What do you think?
Idiocracy?
No. Okay, good. So, and I'll also say that the first place I ever saw this was at the top of somethingawful.com, because their motto is somethingawful.com, the internet makes you stupid. And their reasoning for that is that they make parodies. They were kind of the original Onion, if you will. Mm-hmm. They just make really ridiculous, overtly, false stuff about the world out there, and It's supposed to be kind of a parody. It's supposed to be stupid, and a lot of people take it very seriously. So anyway, I want to know: do you think the internet is making us all stupid? And if so, how? If not, tell me why, and we'll go from there.
Cool.
All right. So I think we got it all down. Thank you all for joining me as a part of this live edition of the Weekly Ringer. I am the Commodore from the Clan of the Grey Wolf.
I heard it.
You're really late there. And there is no reset button.